Holy cow, look at this. It's gotta be 30-foot falls. My goodness. Who knew? Whoa, look at this. Now we're talking aquascape, so you gotta be happy with this.
Oh, thrilled.
The way this turned out. Wait, what'd you say, Blake?
I said I'm spoiled because I see a lot of cool ponds, but this is really blowing my mind right now.
So probably 30 feet of a drop from up there. That rock set in 1914. Unbelievable. And this is just protein from rain and organic matter, but you can see this is crystal clear down to the bottom in here. Ta-da! That is one of the longest streams I think I've ever covered on this YouTube channel. So how long did this take to do?
We did this in about a month.
Wow, so a month worth of work just on one project. Welcome to living the aquascape lifestyle. So this entire courtyard is about 3 acres, you said?
Correct.
Wow. So you said this is where they do like outside concerts and stuff, huh?
Yes. Yep, they do numerous outside concerts, free concerts.
Wow, so much history. Look at this.
Samuel Untermyer built these gardens for his wife for her birthday.
Wow, that's a pretty nice birthday gift.
Yeah.
Look at the rock work, the old carriage trail. It never gets boring. I never know what I'm going to experience. I had no idea we were going to go to a gardens today with Kevin, but it's just always interesting for me to see the different ways that the aquascape system is being deployed. So cool. This is what things look like when you usually inherit them, huh guys?
Right, yeah. So it was an old fountain. We don't have any good historical images. So there's this fountain, and then there's sort of a foundation here with these stone steps leading up to it.
Wow.
So there was something here. So there was some sort of building that sat here. These guys led to it in the pond. The main house, which has been raised, is directly up the hill from that.
Okay.
So, and most of this canopy has volunteered since Untermyer was here. There's a few old trees in here, but most of them are new Norway maples. So we think he had a commanding view of this, so you could see this from the steps of the mansion. And what we want to do is use this whole switchback, turn this into a fountain that might have some playful aspects to it, water jumping around, being tripped on and off. We are going to build something of a hermitage where this site was, so a rustic little house. And the idea is to garden this whole switchback as a shade garden, and you can see some of the early deposits that have already been made. We're going to turn it into a stumpery, so we're going to gather old stumps and old roots and just have fun with old wood and let that be the structure and the theme of this garden.
A hermit cabin with stumpery.
A hermitage stumpery with a jokey dock love.
Yeah, perfect for Kevin. Every turn there's just something else. Holy cow, look at this. It's got to be 30-foot falls. My goodness, who knew? So Timothy, a lot of these are high school gardeners?
No, everybody you see now is either full-time or seasonal.
Okay.
The high schoolers were all down below.
Whoa, look at this.
All gardeners.
Now we're talking aquascape, so you got to be happy with this.
Oh, thrilled.
The way this turned out.
No, I mean, and quite honestly, working with Kevin, he has the artistic ability and the vision, all the nuts and bolts, everything, taking care of the excavation, the plumbing, the electric. It's just so easy to work because they can do everything top to bottom.
So what is the story here? I mean, that's got to be a 30-foot waterfall there.
Again, another folly, not unlike the walled garden, just a completely different field than a very formal Indo-Persian garden. Big, romantic garden. He hired a renowned Italian mason to come in here and build all this. So there are some natural ledges here and there, but most of that was all built.
That one
that
single
big
rock
cantilevered rock where the
set
small fall comes
in
up
1914.
That rock right there, that
rock
giant.
without a hydraulic excavator.
They put that rock in 1914, huh?
About, right? They built this 1914, 1915.
Right? Yeah, I don't know.
What?
Back in 2015, when we started, we were standing in the middle of the woods. This is all woods. You couldn't see any of the original landscape. You had remnants of the old waterfall from the Temple of Love, which was only about 12 to 18 inches wide and maybe 20 foot long, the original waterfall.
Yeah.
When we came to do the investigation work, you come this way, underneath this flat area is a 10,000 gallon vault. On the other side of it, where you saw the door coming up, is the pump room. So even back in 1915, they knew enough you had to have a lot of water in storage. In exploration, we were able to find all the original plumbing. The weeping waterfall up top in the middle was original. The center waterfall and the waterfall to the right were all original. So we were able to connect to the original plumbing and put new manifolds in. And then we rebuilt all the waterfalls that you see here coming down to the bottom, then going into the underground.
Where are the pumps for this?
Underneath us right here.
All right, we're gonna go see those, okay? You like that, Blake?
Oh,
tens of thousands of daffodil meadow.
In the spring, yeah. Really cool. Let's check this beast out. Hey! Get your ion jet on there to get rid of string algae. And you never graduated college and you still were able to do this, huh? That looks like a technical project from hell.
Just over the years, with projects like this, we got a little bit more involved with doing external pumps. And because this is a park and people are going to interact with the water.
Yeah, inline pumps.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure that we had, you know, the safety factor. 4 external pumps for the Temple of Love, 2 for the rock garden, and then of course we put the ion gen for string algae, and we have 2 bog filters that feed the Temple of Love, or filter the Temple of Love as well.
So you can see the water quality because we got a wetland filter on this. This is what we need on the other gardens. Look at the number of blooms on this lotus. There's got to be a dozen blooms on that. Love that bottom waterfalls. And then this. Wow. Unreal. So this is the little wetland filter right here?
First wetland filter here, because at night the main waterfalls get turned off.
And that keeps recirculating.
And that keeps recirculating with the other bog filter we have up top to help keep everything alive and healthy.
So you can see how healthy these plants are in the wetland. The irises, the cattails, and the grasses. So this is the upflow biological filter, flows into there and keeps that water clean. This runs 24/7. This runs during the day. Oh, and that's an existing rock structure.
When we were going over the project, although this is beautiful and original, we wanted to expand it. We teed off our plumbing, basically let this do what it does naturally. That's Mother Nature all herself.
I see the wetland filter at the bottom.
That goes down about 3 feet, and that runs 24 hours as well. As with the other side, we decided to create a weeping wall. So we have valves all on top of the big rocks to create the effect down there, allow the vines to kind of grow with the water. And again, that side is also customized bog filter as well.
So probably 30 feet of a drop from up there. That rock set in 1914. Unbelievable. And this is just protein from rain and organic matter, but you can see this is crystal clear down to the bottom in here.
In this pool here, we're all original. We cleaned it off, we waterproofed it.
And I don't see any string algae because of the ion gen. So the ion gens helped with the string algae, huh? Absolutely. This rock is so cool. Wait, what'd you say, Blake?
I said I'm spoiled because I see a lot of cool ponds, but this is really blowing my mind right now.
What are these big leaf plants?
Heterocides. Every once in a while, we have to dig out the big roots and keep them tight.
So this is what it looked like when you came, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
This guy fell down last year, right?
Last winter, last fall. It sat up there, you can kind of see the hole and some of its root system's still there. It fell up against the actual temple. There were some bark scrapes on the new capstone structure, and there were some branches in wrought iron fretwork.
So you came to work, it was an oak tree? What was this?
It's an oak tree that used to be up there. It was laying right here with its canopy in the pool.
Oh, your heart must have been in your throat.
This is what this used to look like. Timothy's design and vision and plant knowledge, he's been able to put
but this size has wild raspberries.
That is cool.
Yeah, of course, Blake's got to eat it.
So here you go. It's good.
What the heck is this?
This is a Paulownia, or a princess tree, and it turns into a big tree, but if you cut it back every year, and the leaves are as big as your face.
Yeah.
But if you cut it back every year, it shoots all this new growth up. It'll double in height before the end of the year.
Look at this. What a view. That big waterfall starts with this little area right here. Wow. What an engineering marvel. And then this is where the tree fell. You can see it's bent. Whoa. Holy cow.
Ray, how you say that? Wittstock?
Wittstock.
Awesome.
400-foot long stream, part of the original rock and garden stream the Untermyer had. It ended pretty much where the base of those tall waterfalls are now.
Okay, right here.
Yep, straight
Okay.
ahead. Which then went to an 8-inch clay pipe underground to the underground chamber way back when.
Yeah.
So when Steve Burns and Timothy, myself, decided what we were going to do here, Steve wanted the waterfalls to connect to the Temple of Love pond down below. So we created the extra 200 feet of waterfalls with stone access bridges so that Timothy can bring his equipment down here to do his gardening.
Yep.
People also gives 3 more access points for people to come and enjoy the water gardens in different key points. We have a bog filter up top, ion gens for string algae, and also a new product that you guys are now using. All these waterfalls are lined with concrete cloth.
Okay, so that you don't have chipmunk problems and
More so, we did it for vandalism.
Oh, okay, so no one
we were
could
trying to
mess with
ahead
the
of-
liner.
Exactly. So instead of doing a concrete waterfalls and pond, which was talked about at one time, and the cost was exorbitant,
Yep.
maintenance and freeze and thaw, we came up with the solution of using the concrete cloth.
So
which
underlayment,
worked out.
45 mil EPDM liner, concrete cloth rock.
Got it.
And that's pretty much
Bulletproof. It's been spectacular ever since, no problems. Fortunately, too, since the gardens have been restored, vandalism has gone down almost, I would say, 95%, which
Right.
is great as well.
Ta-da! That is one of the longest streams I think I've ever covered on this YouTube channel. So how long did this take to do?
We did this in about a month.
Wow, so a month worth of work just on one project. But man, it is an incredible property.
Fortunately, with foresight, when we built the Temple of Love, we also laid the groundwork for our plumbing and everything for this prior.
And this right here is the wetland.
Correct.
So this is what keeps the water clear.
Exactly. The only reason why this wetland isn't planted is because we really wanted to give it a feeling of an upland spring, so it makes more sense.
Yeah.
The stream started
Nice and
here.
open.
Even though we're in a park and there's a road right behind us, we want to make it feel like it started here naturally.
And all of the biological filtration still happens here. You won't get the root filtration, but plenty of biological filtration. The water's crystal clear.
Correct. Absolutely. This garden is only a year old. Planted this a year ago.
Already looks spectacularly filled in, but when you came in here, this was all concrete. You had a jackhammer.
The original waterfalls, rock garden waterfalls, were all concrete. They went for about 190 feet, and we had to come in with jackhammers and take it all out and start from scratch.
Wow. So Kevin, how many of these rocks were here versus you brought them in?
All of them.
You brought all these rocks in?
All of them.
How many tons of rock?
Lots of tons.
Too many to count, huh?
Too many to count.
Wow. Timothy, real pleasure.
No, likewise.
Thank you for the tour.
Thank you for coming to visit. I think some of your expertise has trickled down on what we've seen here, right? Let everybody know we're here to host the world. So.
Amen. So we were just driving, I go, there's a pond over there. I said, did you do it?
No.
It's Aquascape products, but a non-CAC, right?
Correct.
All right, I'm gonna go check this out. So I love doing this when I'm driving. I love seeing ponds. Okay, a diner, public place. There's the filter system, so that's certainly not mine. Inline pump. I mean, right next to the waterfalls. Okay, that's mine, so that's a biofalls. Look at the water quality. Not that good because it's not built correctly. There's one of my skimmers that somebody for some reason cut the front off of. I've never ever seen that. A lot of foam in there. And this is traditional. Look, the fish are used to getting fed. So it was the right concept right outside this patio, but the wrong execution. And here's something that I see all the time too. First of all, red mulch. Hate red mulch. Nobody should get red mulch, sorry. This is the biofalls. It's completely exposed. This should be dirt all the way out to here. The dirt should come up and go like this. Plant should hang over it. Look at this compared to a certified aquascape contractor. So the guy was not a certified contractor that built it. I can't tell if there's rock and gravel down there, but it's certainly not designed properly. A pond in the full sun like this out here, I'd probably put a wetland in. This thing probably doesn't do much of anything, but this is frustrating for me, and this is why I do what I do, because so many people publicly see something like this, and I think this is what a pond is. And technically it's a pond, but it's not an aquascape ecosystem pond that works with Mother Nature, not against her. That certainly is unsightly, and to have that right in front of the waterfalls, which you also see, once again, too high. Electrical stuff, UV lights that obviously is not working. Look at this place. And it's got this as the entrance right off of a major road. Oh, ponds done right, customers served right is the mantra of the Certified Aquascape Contractor Network, and that's not a CAC's work, and that's exactly why I'm vlogging. I want to get rid of stuff like this and put ponds done right, customers served right in. So frustrating for me.